All right. Hi. Hello again. It's me. I'm making a fun little video today because I did something that I didn't initially want to do, and I still kind of don't want to do, but I was convinced by God. I'm saying that in a way that can sound really lighthearted, but in reality, I feel a pretty heavy burden for something that I'm about to do. I don't know why I'm doing all the suspense, but here we are. In May of this year, you might remember, I released a full-length album called The Last One Standing. That, right there. Wonderful response. It went a lot of places I did not expect it to go, including a friend of mine from high school, from Ironwood High School, and we had a really crazy conversation, and it touched my heart so tremendously to hear just how it was affecting them. They're not a believer, they're not walking with the Lord, and I was like, that's really sweet. Thanks, God, for the encouragement. I really love that. Until in June of this year, so literally a month after I released that full-length record, I felt this crazy burden from God to pray. I mean, that's not the crazy burden, but to pray really specifically for friends that I like, that feel like they're from another life. They feel like they're from years and years and years ago, because they are. A lot of these friends I haven't talked to in 10 years, some of them 5 years. But I felt this really heavy burden to pray for God to speak to friends that I used to really love and cherish. And initially, I felt a lot of remorse about that. I felt, man, I really wish I lived my life in a very different way, or I lived my life with them in a different way. Would things have been different if I had been involved with their lives? And would things have been different if I had actually been intentional and reached out more? And of course, there's the what could have been conversation. And I felt a lot of remorse. And I was like, man, Lord, why are you doing this? And you guys know this, that when I process, I tend to write. I tend to process through writing music, or writing little writing prompts and just seeing what happens. And one thing that I didn't expect from this process is for me to write, and then to keep writing, and then to keep writing, and then to keep writing, and all of a sudden there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs, just keeps evolving. And I'm like, Lord, why are you doing this? And I just felt really clearly, beginning of June to middle to end of June, I felt him say, Jeremy, are you a tool to be used by me and for my purposes? Or are you going to think that my purposes are unprofessional just because you just released something? And that hit me like a brick. I didn't expect that. It hit me like an arrow to the chest, because I was like, I don't want to release something. I don't want to do something that looks like I'm just kind of pumping out songs without any thought to them, or any process, or any real consideration, any mixing and mastering process, any of these things. And the Lord's really clearly spoke to me. He goes, are your plans suddenly more beneficial to my will than mine are? And I have never been one to tell God what to do. That's a lie. I have for sure told him what to do at many points in my life, but this one I felt him say, I want you to write songs, and I want you to put them out there, because I'm doing something, and I want to increase a burden for people to pray for their friends and family through watching your story of what you're going through, the things that you're feeling. Long story short, I'm going to release an album on Friday. 11 songs on Friday. You've probably noticed that I've released a few singles in the last month. I've released 3 songs. I released Tell You and Slow Down, which are both nice, cool house songs. Just this last Friday, I released Way Out with my beloved friends Speckled and Depth Oblivious, and they're part of a larger project called You're Tired, Me Too, a full-length album. I am not going to spoil it for you. I want you to listen to it yourselves. There's a lot of energy in it, because I feel really energetic about this idea of praying for your friends and praying for family that has walked away from God. And I just feel like we're really running out of time. We're really running out of time to keep talking to friends, keep talking to family. And I feel regret that I didn't talk to them, and I wish I could still, but a lot of lanes are not open to communication, and I wish I had done things differently. So all I can do is pray. That's all I can do for the most part. And I hope you do too. I hope this album inspires you to do that. So the presave is in my bio. I don't know how to advertise remorse-based intercession, so I'm not going to, which is why I didn't tell anybody that I was going to do this, except for a few close friends. That being said, quite a few collaborations on this record. Really excited to have worked with my brother Sam over at O2 Solus, my brother Jay at Jesua, and then the collaborations that I mentioned before, and also my wife singing on songs. I just love those songs so dearly because I love her and I love her voice, and I hope you guys do too. So that being said, here is a small preview or preview clip, and yeah, pre-save it now. And I love you guys. Sorry for dropping this on you out of nowhere, but what else are you gonna do, right? All right. Oh, okay. Bye. Love you.
Falling is a certainty. As the ground draws closer, I wish I knew what I need. Everything without you is hurting me. Floating away with all the same